Okay, hello everybody. Hi, welcome. I see there are students and people joining.
Иляна Радев, здравейте.
We just wait for a couple of minutes more to wait for more people to join and then we can start.
Още хора се добавят и започваме след една-две минутки, за да могат и те да се включат. Добър вечер на всички. Благодаря ви за отделеното време днес. Аз се казвам Петя Ламбова и съм част от екипа на Skylines вече 12 години. Като моята роля тук е всъщност да помагам на всички, които искат да учат дизайн в академиите в Италия. Така че ще се радвам да работя с всеки един от вас. Виждам хора, с които вече дори сме се записали в Naba, с други, които все още работим по портфолиото. Надявам се тази презентация да бъде интересна за вас и тя всъщност ще бъде малко по-различна от стандартната презентация, тъй като е разделена на 3 части. В първата част ще разгледаме бакалавърските програми в детайли, тъй като често хората не разбират какво всъщност се включва в желаната от тях програма и не разбират за многото възможности, които тя предлага. Втората част сме отделили за идеи и насоки при изготвяне на портфолио, а в последната част всъщност ще направим едно състезание, един креативен проект заедно с вас, който ще може да участвате в нашата Facebook група. Тя е затворена, така че само ние ще имаме достъп до нея. Линк за нея сте получили в имейла с регистрацията си, но ако не може да го намерите, след презентацията ще изпратя имейл с подробности как да се включите и какво всъщност ще бъде предизвикателството към вас. А сега давам думата на Валентина, тя е представител на Naba и ще направи презентацията за вас. Ние сме на среща, ако имате някакви въпроси, може да ги задавате в чат секцията и при първа възможност ще отговорим на тях. Благодаря ви още веднъж. Вале?
Okay, thank you Petya for the introduction. Hello everybody, welcome to this webinar. My name is Valentina. I work at Naba as a regional admission coordinator for Europe. So welcome. I will start this presentation. I will share my screen so we can start. Okay, you should be able now to see that, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So today we will talk about Naba Bachelor programs and tips for preparing a portfolio. Petya already gave you an introduction. Also remember that you can always contact Skylines. They have been a partner and they have been working with us for many years. So they are super prepared and super trained to help you in all the steps for application and admissions and so on. So also feel free to reach them after this presentation as well. So as Petya told you, today we will talk about Naba Bachelor programs. We will see them a bit more in details. So I will give you a quick general introduction about Naba and then we will talk about the Bachelor programs. Because normally in the standard and general presentation we never have enough time to focus on the contents of these programs. So this is a nice opportunity and we have the chance to focus more on the details of these programs. And then we will see also some examples and some tips for preparing a portfolio that can be helpful for you. So Naba, you know, we are an international academy of fashion, arts, and design. We are located in two beautiful cities, Milan and Rome, that are really important cities, and they are the best cities in Italy for students that want to study creative careers, because they are global capitals for arts, for fashion, and for design. Milan is the capital city of fashion and design. It's where the International Design Week and the Fashion Weeks take place. Rome is an important city for Italian history and culture, but it's also an important city for contemporary art, for fashion, and for the Italian cinema. So these are the environments that surround our students during their life in Italy, and this is really important for you to know the context also where our academy is based. So Naba, we were the first academy that was recognized by the Italian Ministry of Education, and we actually are the largest private academy in Italy. So all our programs are accredited with the Italian Ministry of Education, and all the programs are run in Italian and in English, so you can choose the language. We also have been ranked this year as the most international art and design academy in Italy. So we are the academy with the highest number of international students. We have more or less around 4,000 students coming from over 80 countries. So really, we have a multicultural environment, and as a student of Naba, you will be able to share experiences with students coming from all over the world, and this is really interesting. The methodology is the learning by doing, and this is something that is valid for all the courses, so both bachelors and masters. Learning by doing, meaning that we try to combine theory classes with project-based lessons. So we have practical work, and students work on real projects together with leading companies and studios. So all the faculty, all the professors, they are designers, they are professionals in their field, and they constantly bring their real experience to the school so that students can really interact and be connected to the professional world even before graduating. We also try to have always an innovative approach, so to use all the new technologies and the latest technologies and tools to in all the programs, and a multidisciplinary approach, so that students can also share experiences with students that are attending a different program. We are an art academy, and we want you to feel that you are in an art academy. So even if you are studying a specific program, you will be sharing experiences and projects also with students from other programs. We have projects, we have workshops, you have the opportunity to have an internship. We have a career service office that helps students in finding an internship during the program. So this is the main methodology, main feature of Naba methodology. So let's now see a bit more about our Bachelor of Arts. We have 7 undergraduate programs that are 3 years Bachelor of Arts with 180 credits in different fields of design. So from design to fashion to communication and graphic design, in the area of media design and new technology, set design and visual arts. So we will now see each program, starting from the program in design. So this bachelor is offered only in the campus in Milan. And this has a reason, because Milan is the capital city of design. So we think that students that want to study in this field should be in Milan, because this is the city where the most important design studios are based. All the most important events for design take place in this city. So this is actually the best destination to study design. And this is why we have the program in Milan. So the bachelor alternates and integrates theoretical studies and experiential workshops. So as I was telling you, we combine theory and practice. The goal, the aim of the program is to for students to gain conceptual and technical skills to define and solve real design problems. So to see what are the challenges and the problems that designers really face every day, exploring different design challenges during the program. So you will start in the first year with a foundation about design, starting with learning what is the project methodology for design. So you explore basic concepts and techniques, and then the students learn how to observe the different forms of design and how to apply them to their work. You learn new design tools and techniques, so from manuals drawing to 3D modeling. In this field, we have two different specializations. So starting from the second year, students have the opportunity to choose an area, a major, where they can focus. So in this field, we have two majors. One is interior design, that of course is focused on the design of spaces. And it focuses not only on the design of spaces, but also on the relation between human and the space that is around us. So we try to concentrate both on the domestic level or private level. I don't know, you can maybe work on projects related to domestic spaces, but also hotels or stores, or could be corporate offices for companies, or private health centers, research. But also we work on the urban and public spaces. So we have collaborations, for example, with the municipalities. The other major is product design, that is related to the world of objects, but here again is not only the objects and the shapes of the objects, is also considering objects in relation to the use we give them and the user experience. So it's really ranging from what is the traditional industrial design to the most contemporary and current themes that are, for example, social and service design. In both cases, you learn the digital modeling techniques and also the multimedia design of these aspects. So let's go to the second bachelor. So let's change area. We are now going through fashion design. This program is offered in Milan and Rome. And these bachelors want to teach students and prepare students to enter the professional world within the national and international fashion system. So basically, we want to guide students and to find and develop the students' own style and talent with a creative and practical approach. So we want to teach you how to express yourself and your talent through a language that is fashion. So you will learn about fashion design theory, innovative fabrics, new technologies and manufacturing processes, and you also explore fashion styling and communication for advertising, for commercial campaigns and editorials. During the program, you have the chance to have collaborations with companies and institutions that are connected to the cultural, social, and economic life of Milan and Rome. So we try also to involve you in events that take place in these cities. So in this bachelor, we have 3 specializations. The first is fashion design. So fashion design, you basically learn how to invent and how to create your own collection through different techniques, different tools, methodologies, including research. So starting from research in the field of materials, textile, and manufacturing. Second major is fashion styling and communication that explores the connection between fashion and communication. So starting from defining, for example, a fashion collection to catwalk design, or create an advertising campaign or editorial contents for a fashion collection. And very new, starting from this year, we will have a third major that I think it's really interesting, that is fashion design management. So this is basically more related to fashion business. Students learn how to manage all those aspects that link the design phase to the production and marketing strategy of fashion products. So you focus on business aspects, and we also want you to pay attention on the sustainability side as well. So this is a new major that is included in this program, and this is one of the few programs that includes this area that is recognized by the Italian Ministry of Education. Let's change field again. Let's go to graphic design and art direction. This program as well is focused in Milan and Rome. And this bachelor is, the field of graphic design and communication is really, really wide, is really big. And it is increasingly expanding a lot with all the spreading of the new media, social media, and all the new applications. So we want you to learn how to explore all these different approaches in this really wide program. And you will have the chance to experiment real brief, so to work on real projects with leading international partners. So we want you to understand how to work with a real customer, real clients, even before graduating, so during the program. So students learn how to deal with a project using all the techniques and languages of the many different fields of graphic design. That could be from advertising to digital publishing, from digital media to 3D and motion graphics. And you learn how to deliver real and effective projects for companies and associations. Here as well, we have some majors you can choose. In this case, we have 3. The first is brand design that deals with brand communications. So you work on all the visual and strategic aspects of a brand image, for example, a corporate identity or a rebranding of an existing one. And you work also on the digital development, focusing, for example, also on packaging, on the retail design, and on the customer experience. The second major is creative direction that deals with the communication project in a wider and more complex sense. So from creative writing to storytelling, paying attention to the visual and strategic aspects. So basically you learn how to create an advertising or a communication campaign on different channels, and you lead with all the projects. Could be campaign for web, for social media, or also audio-visual production, and so on. Last major is visual design. That explores the graphic design. It's more related to the graphic design and all the different languages of graphic design. So could be illustration, animation, digital drawings, also all the new and experimental graphics that can be used for all devices. Let's change again area. We go to media design and multimedia arts. And in this field, we have two different bachelor, and I will try also to explain you a bit the difference between them. The first bachelor is media design and multimedia arts that is offered in Milan and Rome. And this program focuses on the content of the audiovisual production. In this really more and more hybrid area of cinema that also includes video games, animation. So you can explore all the different languages, and also you will have some knowledge of the history and theory of cinema and medias. So students practice screenwriting, film direction, digital camera operation, direction of photography, editing, sound design, post-production techniques, and also you work on the concept development and the production for 2D and 3D animation, game projects, and interactive multimedia installations. This is a lot, of course. So this is why in this case as well, you will be able to focus on a specific field. So starting from the first one, that is filmmaking, that is related to audiovisual production. That could be for cinema, but also for web, for TV series, for commercials and promotional videos. So students learn the design tools to deal with the idea, the pre-production, and the post-production phases in this field. The second major is animation, where the students acquire the tools for the production of animation projects. From the writing and the art direction to the learning also of the technical part, so stop motion, 2D digital animation, and also the animation of 3D objects. The third major is related to game design, that is related to all the possibility of interaction, interactivity. So you study the game culture and you learn the fundamental principle of game design. So this is about the content and the project related to media design. The second program is creative technology, and this is a bit more technical, and then I will explain you the difference between them. Creative technologies is offered in Milan, and this program wants to introduce students to the world of the computer-generated images. So basically to the design of visual effects, 3D character and environments, and game design. Here as well, we have a strong workshop attitude, and we want you to give you the tools to approach all the contemporary and most innovative multimedia and digital production. We pay great attention to all the virtual reality and virtual production experimentations. So during the bachelor, students have the opportunity to produce visual effects, create 3D character and environments, design video games, and use innovative techniques and technologies such as the motion capture, the artificial intelligence, and the virtual production. So here you have three specializations that are visual effects, so related to all the special visual effects for digital video production. That could be shootings, techniques for the green screen sets, or 3D and live action shooting, color correction, and all the visual effects supervision. The 3D design is related to the 3D modeling. So you learn how to design a 3D object, how to add materials, lights, shading, how to use motion captures, animation, rendering, and game development, that is an advanced game design. And you learn how to create an interactive system with all the tools for the main game engines. So basically, these two programs are like two aspects of the same elements. The first one, media design, is related to the project and the content. The second, creative technology, is more focused on the design and on the technical part, the realization of it. So for example, in the case of game, in media design, you invent the story, the contents, you design, you think about the character, the storytelling, you think on how the game should work. In creative technology, in game development, you actually do it. So you design and you realize the design of the game. So that's the difference between them. Let's go ahead. Set design. Set design is offered in Milan. This is a really interesting program. Is actually a program that is related to many aspects of design. And actually, it's set design is the study of design-related topics in different fields that could be from theater to events, to exhibition, to fashion shows, to cinema and television, among others, because set design is really a crossover course. And actually you have crossover subjects like photography or light design, costume design, and you can do internship at theaters, but also in leading companies in this field. And we want you to have all the skills and all the tools to enter the professional world in this field. Here we have two specializations that are theater and opera, so related, the set design related to this specific area of theater design and opera, for example, also with costumes. And media and events, that is related more to artistic performances or events, exhibitions, video clips, TV shows, movies. So you learn how to create a set design project from the concept up to the complete realization. Last but not least, painting and visual arts, that is based, this program is offered in Milan and Rome. And in this program, we want students to reinterpret, and also we want to expand the traditional academic approach to painting and visual arts, giving the students the opportunity to experiment, so experimentation, investigating a variety of environments, techniques, and methods. And we want to support students in developing an individual way of expressing themselves and their personal artistic ideas. So during the bachelor, you will have the opportunity to learn the basic skills in drawing, painting, graphic design, videos, photography, sound design, and also have an idea of the history of art and contemporary art field. So you start experimenting different techniques, and you also learn how to produce, but also how to display and communicate an artistic work. So in this case, we have two specializations that are painting, that is related to the pictorial language. So analyzing all the main elements and the latest aspects in the new artistic scene. in order to also create personal research and a personal way of expression, and visual arts that focus on the methods, on the models, and on the practice to create an exhibition space, and also how to communicate an artistic work, and how to understand all the latest trends of the world in the world of contemporary arts. So this was an overview of our main programs, a bit more into details than the standard presentation. So before going ahead, I would like to ask you a question. So I will now show you the first question we have for you, that is related to which program you liked most. So which program are you more interested in? So you can choose the one you like most. Let's see, I will wait just a couple of seconds more for more people to answer. Okay, great, I see you are answering. We have answers in all the fields, actually. And I will share the results with you, so you can also see that. We have the winner is fashion design, and then also design, apparently are the most interesting. But we had answer in all the programs, so I'm happy to see it. And I'm also happy, even if you prefer a program instead than another, it's useful for you to see all the program we have, to understand the kind of atmosphere that there is in the academy, and also to understand what is, when I am telling you we are an art academy, what it is. It's part of all this program, and you will be also sharing a lot of experiences for projects, for events, for workshop with students that attend other programs. So I think it's always interesting to see and to learn more about all the courses. Okay, great. So we can go ahead with the second part of the presentation, that is about preparing a portfolio. So I want to give you some tips and show you some examples that I hope can be helpful for you while preparing your portfolio. You know that the portfolio is one of the requirements for admission for any art academy. So it's important that you have some tips to prepare it in the best way. So let's start. One moment. Okay, so what is a portfolio? Starting from this question, a portfolio is a compilation of materials that give an example of your skills, your qualifications, your education, your training, and your experiences. So basically, it's something that is a way to show yourself more in depth than a simple resume or a curriculum, because this is something that it's really short, it's just 1 or 2 pages, while in the portfolio you have the possibility to provide an insight into your personality and your creativity. So career portfolio are used to plan, to organize, and to document your skills through work samples. So this is really important because portfolio are significant not only for students but also for professionals to find new opportunities. Could be admission for a university, but could also be finding a new customer, a new client, or a new job. So it's really an opportunity, and it's important that you also take it seriously because it's the best way to show who you are and to find new opportunities for the future. So how a portfolio should be structured? Let's see a bit some details about the structure. So first of all, we suggest you to have a cover, then an index with the list of contents, and then the projects that should include title, images, and description. Then it's always nice to have also a final page. That could be a thank you page with your contacts and some links if you have a website or a page. And a suggestion is to package everything together. So try not to present a collection of many different files, but package everything in one single file. A tip could be, for example, in the cover or at the end, you can put something, a sentence that could be your motto or any sentence that you feel represent yourself and your work. For example, there are two things in life that I need for surviving, eating and breathing, but just one for living, design. So what about the content? First of all, try to map your content. Which project do you have? How many projects do you have? In which order you want to present them? And try to show your evolution. So you may choose to put your most recent work at the beginning because you feel they are the best portrait of who you are now. Or you can choose to show your story and your evolution by starting with your initial and oldest projects and up to your most recent one. So it's your choice. Always try to provide the context and show the development. So show the process. For example, in the field of design, you start explaining what was the idea, then you include the sketches, the technical drawings, and then if you have the prototypes. So you are showing a process of a project. Or in the fashion field, you can start from a mood board, then include the color palette and material selection, then the sketches, technical drawings, and if you have the prototypes and the shooting. And always try to include also the why question. So what was the briefing? What was the inspiration, the starting point? Which problem you want to solve with this project? How many projects? This is a really common question. There's not a correct answer. From 5 to 10 as an average, but the number is not important. If you have a few projects, try to present them in the best possible way with all the details. And if you have many projects, try to make selection of the best work. Also pay attention to the visual part, because every visual choice makes a statement and people react to statements. So as examples, you see the first image here could be more elegant. So according to the visual and to the style you choose, you are delivering a message. Could be elegant, childish, techno, classic, playful. So also pay attention to the style and the visual side. We can now see some example. These are example of projects that were included in portfolio we have received during the years. They are just example to give you some examples. So starting from design, we can see a bit some example for each area of study. So starting from design. This is a project of more related to product design. This is a lamp. So in this case, the student started with the sketches of her starting idea. So the idea was to create a lamp with a mirror and a lamp that could be adjustable and that included a magnet so that you could move it and place it where you want. So she started with the sketches, then she made more technical drawings, including more details on materials and on the measures of the lamp. And then she started working on the prototype. So here you see there are the picture of the making of. So she actually made the prototype, and this is really interesting because what happened that while she was building this lamp, when she finished her project, she realized that the lamp was not stable. So the lamp was really moving and it was unstable. So she had to change a bit her project. And she decided to add some part of wood. So she integrated this part with a new sketch. And she explained all the process. And she's including now the final project. So as you see, this is nothing really technical. It's nothing really difficult. There's no technical skills that are required, but it shows an idea and it shows a creativity and all the process of a project. Another example more related this to interior design could be, for example, starting from a mood board that could be your inspiration and something you like related to interior design. That can be pictures or a collage of photographs, and you can decide to sketch, do a drawing of an interior design, including these objects or this part of inspiration included in the mood board. And in this case, we also have a plan of the living room. Let's go to fashion. In the fashion field, I guess you have a lot of questions. We can leave it for the end of the presentation. So don't worry, I will answer all the questions you have. So for fashion, in this case, we have a portfolio that is starting with an image that is really a representative image. This is really clear. What was the concept? We can see it even before reading the description. We can understand from this picture that probably the project will be related to contamination and pollutions. And actually that was the concept. So we have the explanation of what was the starting point, what was the inspiration with a collage of images, then a color palette, and the lineup. So the drawings of the collection and the drawings and the sketches of the collection that the students thought inspired to that topic. in this case, if you also have prototypes or if you have shootings of an outfit that can be related to this topic, you can also think about include it. Graphic design. Graphic design is really, really wide, so it can include many different projects that could be digital illustrations or editing, also video, audiovisual videos, for example. So it's really, really wide. I just would like to show you a couple of examples. This is a project that is working on branding and packaging. So in this case, the students invented actually a brand, invented a product that is a beverage for cats that is sold in a bottle that is a wine bottle. So the students thought about this brand, designed the logo, and also designed all the packaging of the product. So it's really, really interesting. Or for example, you can think about do a poster. This is a poster for a movie, and the student is showing her her skills in digital illustration and also editing. For media design and creative technology, we have some examples as well. So in this field, you can, for example, think to invent a project that could be a movie, a documentary, a short film, an animation, or a game. So you can invent a plot, explain what are your references. So what was the inspiration, the movie or the game or the animation that was inspiring for you? What would be the medium? So what would be the outcome of this project? Would it be a movie or a short film or a TV series? And what is the target? Is it addressed to young students, to young adults, to children? So you can invent something and make a project about this. You can also think about including a storyboard. So think about a specific scene and include a storyboard of that scene. Or if you already have some videos or some production or some work or projects you have already done, of course, you should include the link. Also include the title, the year of production, and describe a bit what was your inspiration, your idea. So also include the description, and you can include maybe some screenshot of the making of this of your project, so that we can also understand how you did it. For game as well, you can include some inspirations of games you like, and think about including sketches of a character for a game, or as well storyboards of how the game would be, and so on. For set design, here again is a really wide area, so you can really feel free to include many different projects. If related to theater, could be a drawing, a sketch of a scene for a theater design. And if you have also a prototype, like in this case, it's like a 3D model of the scene of the stage. But set design can also be related to costume, to fashion shows, to exhibitions or museums. So you can draw, or you can think about the projects also related to these areas. For painting and visual arts, you should include your artworks, and also remember to include not only your artwork, but also add your title, what's the size of the painting, the technique you used, the year of production, and also it's always recommended to include a short description of the idea behind that work so that you can also understand it better. So, 3 last tips to create your portfolio. Be yourself, tip 1. So let your personality, your style, your direction come out, from the aesthetic choices to your cultural references and also in relation to the chosen project, because the goal is to show who you are and try to really let your talent come out from your portfolio, so that people that see your portfolio can have already an idea of what they can expect from you. Tip 2, add details on creative process. So provide details about the project, explain the main steps of the design process, and explain and give example of how you did it. And the last and most important tip, enjoy it. Really don't be afraid of showing imperfect work. You are applying to a school, so it's totally fine to still have skills to learn. That's why you are applying to a program. So really don't be afraid and have fun while doing it. So I would like now to ask you a new question that is related to your portfolio. So do you already have a portfolio? Maybe you already did it, or you are still working on it, or you are not still thinking because you will begin to work on it later. So we are receiving some questions, some answers. Okay. So the majority of you apparently don't have a portfolio yet. Some of you, yes. And some of you, a part of you, is still working on it. Great. Thank you. Okay, so I would like now to conclude with some activities that we can do together in the next month. And I would like to invite you to join us. So first of all, for all the 12th graders, so all of you that are still attending, that are attending the last year of high school and are planning to apply to a bachelor program in next fall, I would like to invite you to join our portfolio review sessions that will take place in March from the 8th to 12th. And it's a really nice occasion to show your portfolio. It's not a test, it's not an evaluation, so don't worry. It's just a meeting where we can review together your portfolio. You can ask questions if you have doubts. I can give you suggestions. I can tell you if your portfolio is eligible for admission or if you should improve something. So it's really a nice opportunity for you to start preparing the portfolio and in general start preparing your application to submit it for admission. Also, to make it a bit more fun and interesting, there's a surprise that we will give to the students with the most interesting and best portfolio. So definitely join us for this event. The second event, the second challenge, is addressed to younger students, so 10th and 11th grade. You still have a couple of years or 1 year before starting your program, so you are not still working on your application. And you may want, I definitely invite you to join our contest to win an online summer program. So the starting date is today. We are launching it in this presentation. The deadline to submit your project is the 12th of March, and the results of the winner will be communicated on the 19th of March. So the topic of this contest is to free your creativity, invent your personal set of playing cards. We all know what is a set of playing cards. We have all played cards once, at least in our life, I think. So we know how the traditional cards are. So the challenge here is to reinvent this in a personal way. So you can invent a new deck of playing cards. That could be, for example, reinventing the numbers, the aspect of the numbers, or new images for the Jack, Queen, and King. Or you can think about different suits that are different from spades, heart, clubs, and diamonds. Or you can consider the number and the value, the power of each card, and invent this. The format of presentation is totally free, so could be drawing, digital illustration, could be painting, collage, photography. Really, we don't put any limit. Free your creativity, just show your talent and your creativity. The only thing is that the inspiration of your deck of cards should be inspired to the area of studies that you like the most. So the deck of cards should be inspired to an area of study among the areas I have presented today. So graphic design, fashion, painting, and visual arts, media design, creative technology, or set design. So really enjoy it. You can be free, present whatever you feel could be the best way to also show your talent. And you can win a summer course. Just to show you again the dates, then you will have everything also with Skylines. We will give you all the information just to see it together again. The 12th of March is the deadline to submit the project, and the results will be communicated on the 19th of March. Okay, so just as conclusion, I would like to also invite you to attend our next event that will be held in March to show you what students do at Naba and tips to live in Italy. Today, I have presented you how are the Naba programs. I have given you tips to prepare your portfolio. In the next week, you will have the chance to practice, so to work on it, to work on your portfolio, to join the portfolio reviews, or to participate to the contest. In our last event, or in our next event, you can see what, as students of Naba, you would be doing, so projects or collaboration that you would be doing as a student of Naba, and also we can give you some tips about living in Italy. So I would like to ask you a last question that is related to this event, if you would like to participate to this presentation and event. Okay, great. I see most of you are answering yes, so I'm glad. There's some maybe. of course. No, so I'm really happy to see it. We will be in touch for the exact dates, but I'm happy that you are interested also in this topic. I think is interesting because we can see some other aspects of Naba and the students. So I think it was enough, a long presentation. So thank you for your attention. I will now stop my sharing and we can have, I think, some minutes for a question and answer.
So, Valen, there are a few questions already in the chat.
Okay, great.
So we are starting from Vanessa Taneva. The question is, the first one is in Bulgarian, following to English version is, the student is 11th grade at the moment. Is it late to apply for early enrollment? So yes, this is the first question.
Okay, it's 11th grade, so yes. You still have 1 year to go. Okay, so now it's a bit early to apply because you will be starting your program in 2022. So now it's a bit early. You can think about summer programs. That can be a really nice option for you, not only to get an idea of Naba, but also to start preparing your portfolio. So you can apply right now to a summer program. Start working on your portfolio, and then next year you can, or starting from September actually of this year, you can apply for the Bachelor of the following.
Okay, the next one is, can we include our artworks such as drawings, paintings, or sculpture in our portfolio for graphic design?
Yes, definitely. Of course, you can include your artworks. You can include also projects that, even if they are not strictly related to the program you are attending, just try to combine both things. So you can include your artwork or sculptures, but also try to include at least 1 or 2 projects related, in this case, to graphic design. So yes, definitely.
Another question is, do you provide accommodation for students?
Okay, we have an housing office that helps students in finding an accommodation. Normally, most of the apartments are near the school, but also according to what you're looking for, we will help you with that. Could be shared apartment with other students or a studio just for you. We have an office that will help you in finding the best solution for you. Yes.
Okay, another question is, what should I do to take part in the challenge for the summer?
Okay, you should contact Skylines and you should prepare your project and submit it to Skylines. And in this way, you are participating to that.
Само искам да добавя още нещо. Може би всички сте получили имейл с линк за Facebook група, която създадохме. Казва се Naba. Там ще допълня още утре изискванията за участие в конкурса, който създадохме заедно с Naba, за да може да участвате и съответно да си изпечелите онлайн лятна програма. Така че проверете вашия имейл за линка. Ако не сте го получили или можете да го намерите, утре ще получите имейл с информация от мен. There is another question. If a student should attend classes of drawing to be admitted in design program, should she prepare in advance before applying?
Okay, it's not mandatory. We don't require any technical skills to apply to the program. So drawing is not mandatory, is recommended because especially at the beginning, it could be helpful for you to know how to draw a bit to start with your project, but it's not mandatory. There are so many ways of expression that don't include necessarily drawing. Could be photograph, could be computer graphics, could be digital illustrations, collage. So you can also find other ways to express yourself, not necessarily drawing. So not mandatory, recommended.
Okay, thank you. And then there is a question from Martina. Hello, Martina. She is 11th grade and she would like to know if a special skills is needed, something like sewing for fashion design.
Okay. No, here again, we don't require you to have previous skills. You will learn everything from the very beginning, so you don't have to have the skills previously. You will learn everything.
Thank you. Another question from Maria. She is 9th grade and she's asking if she can join the challenge.
Yes, you can join the challenge, of course. Sure.
Is there a dormitory to Naba? We already replied to this question.
Yes.
Is it mandatory to have a portfolio to apply?
Okay, so for application, the portfolio is required, but if you don't have a portfolio, we will give you a project assignment. So we will give you a task that you will have to develop and submit instead of the portfolio.
Okay, should we include something we sewed for our fashion portfolio?
Of course, if you have sewing skills and if you have already done some sewing projects, definitely yes. Just don't include only the sew part, but try to insert this in a project. So you have the inspirations, you have the sketches, and then you have the final part with the sewing part. Yes.
Another question is how to connect the area of interest, graphic design, to the contest with the playing cards.
Okay, this is a good question. So since the format is really free, you can think about some editing, for example, of pictures, or you can include digital illustration, could also be graphics, or also drawing about a logo or branding, a packaging, anything related to graphic and communication or advertising.
A question, what can we do in this summer school?
Okay, summer programs are 2 weeks summer courses that are offered in many fields, in many areas of design, fashion, graphics, so in all the areas we have. And they are 2 weeks program that will give you the possibility to have a taste of Naba methodology, a taste of the subjects, and also we help you in develop a small project that you can then use for your portfolio.
Can you give example of companies that have hired graduates of the academy?
Okay, yes. We have a long list, so maybe we can see it also more in details in the next event, because we have really wide brands also in many different areas. Could be from Olivetti in the design part. We have fashion industry or fashion names that are also related to the Italian system. We have communication companies. So we have really a long list of brands. I will be happy to send you the list. We also have them on the website, and we can see together some of them also in the next presentation.
There is a question in English, but I prefer to reply in Bulgarian because it's related to the fees and how are they calculated.
Perfect.
Just to give them information. В академията таксите се определят на база семейни доходи, Като в имейла, който ще получите от мен утре, ще дам пълна информация за това какви са графите, в които може да попадне семейството, в зависимост от доходите, които имат, и така се определя таксата за обучение. Така че тази информация ще я изпратя по имейл утре и в последствие, заедно с всеки един кандидат, можем индивидуално да разгледаме неговата семейна ситуация, за да видим в коя графа би попаднал спрямо доходи. Another question is, can I apply with one portfolio for 2 programs?
Okay, yes, but it depends on the program. I mean, you should include some projects that are related to both programs. So maybe it would be recommendable to do 2 different portfolios and to include projects of the chosen of the chosen program besides your work. So yes, in theory, yes, but then we should see your specific case and see what projects you have.
Okay, the next question is, what kind of school documents do we have to submit if I'm 12th grade but still don't have my diploma?
Okay, so you should submit your high school transcripts, and of course you will get your final diploma at the end of the year. So just a letter or a certificate from the school that states that you are attending the last year of high school. So you are in 12th grade, and that will be enough. Then you will submit the final diploma once you will have it in June or July.
Just again to add, тази информация също ще бъде в имейла, който ще получите, списък на необходимите документи, които трябва да се подготвят за кандидатстване. Another question is, thank you for the interesting presentation.
Thank you.
Could you please give us information on the admission deadline for this year, the taxes, fees for bachelor programs, and scholarship or a reduction of fees? What are the deadlines for this?
Okay, so for the fees, I think you already explained that. Okay, so the deadlines, since you are European, you don't need any visa or you don't have to go through this step. So you can apply until 1 month before the beginning of the course, but we don't recommend you to wait so much. The best time to apply is now, right now, until May or June, so in springtime, because this will give you the chance to have all the time for all the admission steps, finding a house, also go to the legalization of all the documents. So the deadline itself, it's later, but we recommend you to apply now or in spring. Tuition fees, Petya already explained, they are adjusted to the financial situation of the family. And we had an early bird reduction, but this already expired. Now we have a scholarship competition ongoing, but the scholarship is calculated on the highest tuition fees. So the best thing for European students like you, it's to provide the documents to access the income bracket calculation. And that's the main reduction or adjust, the best way to adjust your tuition fees to the financial situation. I hope it's clear.
Аз пак да добавя, повече детайли ще мога да изпратя по имейл и със всеки един кандидат ще можем да разгледаме ситуацията, в която е семейството, и да разберем къде би попаднал спрямо доходите за таксата за обучение. Valentina, there is a question about the portfolio for interior design, if you can give more details on that.
Okay, so we are talking about bachelor programs, so no we don't expect you to be able to design real sections or plan with AutoCAD or nothing like that. For interior design, you can start from a mood board, so include some references of interior design that you like, and then you can think about, if you know how to draw, include the drawings of interior design that are inspired to that mood board, or if you have pictures of some interior that you like, or you can again draw some plans of interior projects that could be, I show the living room, but interior could be related to any space, also public spaces. So you can think about a project like this.
Okay, thank you, Vale. Again to add, sorry for that. Всъщност това е част от моята задача в помощта при кандидатстване. Заедно с кандидатите разглеждаме различни портфолиа, различни идеи за представяне на техните лични проекти, било то в електронен формат под формата на вебсайт, PDF, PowerPoint презентация или друг вариант. Много индивидуално подхождаме към всеки един спрямо личните проекти, които той е подготвил. Така че в процеса на работа ще разглеждаме, ще правим различни варианти, за да направим всъщност вашето лично портфолио възможно най-добро. Така че не се притеснявайте, ако имате някакви въпроси, свързани с портфолио за конкретна специалност, може да ни изпратите имейл и с радост ще направим индивидуална среща с всеки един, за да влезем в детайли за тези неща. Another question is how much it will cost for the 3 years, and are there scholarships? As we already said, it's calculated year by year, and there are scholarships. So I'm going to the next question. If a student is not 18 years old, can she go to a summer course?
Yes, the minimum age is 16. We will need the authorization of your parents, and yes, you can do the summer course anyways.
Another question is there a problem if a candidate is already a student at a university?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
If an applicant is already studying at a university but applying for a bachelor program, is there a problem?
Of course not. Of course not. And you should see if you want to start again from the very beginning, or if you are already attending a program that is similar, we can check if you can transfer on the second year according to the situation. So no problem at all.
Another question from Dea. Are the summer courses that we can attend outside of the challenge?
Of course, with the challenge, you can win an online summer course, but we have on-campus summer courses, we have online summer courses, and you can apply to them easily also outside the challenge, for sure.
From which class, it means grade, are the evaluation marks for success? I believe that she is asking for the grades on the academic transcript.
Okay.
So yeah, I can tell it in Bulgarian because I'm sure most of the students are wondering that.
Great.
Когато кандидатствате и вече сте в 12 клас, трябва да се вземе академична справка с оценки и предмети от 9 до 11 клас включително. Ако сте в 12 клас, това трябва да е изрично упоменато в справката. Така че оценките от 12 клас може и въобще да не бъдат включени, ако започнем кандидатстването още в началото на 12 клас, няма да бъде проблем. Най-важното е това да пише, че сте записани 12 клас в съответната академична година и че ще получите своята диплома за средно образование през лятото. I'm done.
Of course,
but
of
there
course.
are so many questions, and
Yes,
really trying not to miss anyone.
Sure, sure.
Are digital drawings mandatory for portfolio for interior design?
No, of course no. You can include drawings, or you can include pictures or collage, anything. No, they are not mandatory.
Should we make flats for our fashion portfolio? Flat in terms of apartment, maybe, I don't know. For the fashion portfolio, no. Yes, it's flat.
Yes, I'm not sure about the question. Maybe if you can ask it again.
It's gonna be down because I have 26
okay,
on red.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going, and as I mentioned before, for portfolio question specific, what to include, how to arrange it, you can always contact me, and we will have a one-to-one meeting to go into details. Okay, and sorry, but there really are a lot. Okay. So yes, do we need to include animation in the portfolio for the media design program?
Not mandatory. If you like to focus on animation because that is the field you like, you can include animations, especially if you already know how to do it, because there are not so many students that already know how to do animation before starting this program. So if you have that, and if you like that, yes, but it's not mandatory. You can think about a plot of any video or audio, video, or digital production related to media design and work on that.
The question from Buriana is, what is the summer course?
Okay, it's a short course that takes place during the summer, 2 weeks, that is focused on a specific subject. And as I told you, we'll allow you to have a bit of idea of the course, and we help you in preparing also your portfolio.
Gloria Nedialkova wrote technical illustration of a garment fashion flat. It's connected to the
yes.
fashion portfolio, a flat, garment fashion flat. Technical illustration of a garment fashion flat. This is what she added.
Okay, I'm not sure about flat. What do you mean with flat? But if you mean to include drawings or illustration of garments, yes, of course. You can do the drawings of the garments and then maybe put them together in an outfit or in a fashion collection that you think. I hope I have understood the question.
Another question. Yes, it looks like. Thank you. Is there a way to see more projects of students from the academy? So actually, this is the next event we are planning together.
Yes, exactly, because it's always interesting to see what the students do at Naba. So we will do an event with projects of our students, and also on our website there's a section that is dedicated to our students' project. So you can choose the area that you like most and see all the projects, the best projects that our students do. So visit the website, you have also all the information there. And also there's a section about alumni, since another students were asking before in which kind of companies our students work. You can see that there are some videos and some names of also of our alumni careers.
Okay, there are a few other questions in the Q&A section, so maybe they are not visible for everybody, but a few of them are the same as in the chat box. So one question is everything this free, like this presentation?
Sure, this presentation is free, the contest is free, everything is free. is part of our activities, yes.
Yeah, okay. 10 grade, 9 grade can participate in the competition, yes. Can artworks be included in interior design majors? Artworks,
yes. We already answered this.
Courses before applying, like courses in drawing before applying to a design program, if that's not the best skills of the applicant, if he wants to sign for a course, yes. I'm just trying not to double the questions. Are the summer courses going to be online this year because of the virus?
So no, at the moment we are planning to have them on campus. We all hope we will be able to run them on campus. We are lucky as we have a big campus, so we can keep all the safety measures and social distancing in the campus and in the labs. Of course, if nobody knows what will happen in the future, but as long as we are seeing the situation is constantly improving, so there's no way we should think not to have them. So we will have both options.
An applicant for the Creative Technologies program, if I want to apply for the program and I have some drawing projects of fashion design, should I include them in my portfolio, even though they are not connected to the program I am applying to?
Okay, you can always include them, but try to give priority to those projects that are a bit more related to creative technologies. So if you can include them maybe at the end as a side work to show your skills or your interest in fashion, why not? But make sure you include some projects that are related to creative technologies as well.
Okay, a student who is in 11th grade, are there any restrictions for the outfits we make for the portfolio for fashion? And also, which is the best option about certificate for a language?
Okay, restriction for outfits? No restrictions. We want you to really show your talent in a free way, so of course not. And list of English language certificates, we have a long list of certificates that we accept for English. Skylines can give you also more details about that. It's basically IELTS 5.0 or TOEFL or Cambridge, like the most known English certificates.
Okay. Can we find a job while we study in Naba? And does Naba help us find it?
Okay, so we help you in finding an internship during the program, and we support you during 5 years after graduation looking for a job. You can work during the program, but we don't recommend it because the program is a full-time program. You will be really busy, not only with the lessons and the classes, but also with all the projects and the study part. So it's difficult also to work on a full-time job or also a part-time job while studying. But you can, yes, you can do it. And we have a career service office that helps students with that.
Another question connected to job opportunity. If we get an internship in the academy, do we get paid for our projects?
This depends on the company. So some internships can be paid. Some internships are not paid because they are part of the curriculum. So the majority of the internship that are like 1 or 2 months long during the course are not paid. They are part of the curriculum, but it happens that some companies gives you how do you say, a reimbursement of the expenses or some kind of salary that is not a full salary as a worker.
I'm sorry, I lost you for a second, but I believe it's my connection.
Yes, don't worry.
Yes, a few questions about the English certificate you require for application. What is there a specific language certificate that you need when student is applying? What is the level of English they need to cover?
Yes, again, the level is a B1. It's the most common is the IELTS. The grade is 5.0, the minimum grade required, but we have many different English certificates that we accept. So in the application form and in general, Skylines can give you the complete list of English certificates. When you prepare your application, we will help you and we'll give you all the information.
I am not sure if we can reply to this question. Is what kind of programs, computer programs are used in the graphic design, and if students should pay for them?
Okay, so the main programs we use are the Adobe package programs that are Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator. Students have two options. They can, if they want to buy the license, we have like special prices for students, but we have also licenses on the computers on our campus, and students can connect remotely to the computers with the softwares on the campus and use the software we give them. So both options.
And I think there are no, 1 second. What certificates are required for learning in Italian? What level of Italian is required?
Okay.
Yeah.
So for Italian, the level is B1.2. And here again, there are different certificates. Normally the CELI or PLIDA or the Italian Institute that are certificates that the Italian Institute issues. If you have a specific certificate, send it to us and we can tell you if it accepted or not.
Is the English level language certificate required for the summer courses?
No, it's not. We don't require a certificate. Of course, you should speak a bit of English for you to understand the course, but you don't have to submit a certificate.
How many hours per day the students will be studying?
Okay, this is really changes and depends on the program you choose, also on the elective subjects you choose. The week could be, you could have, for example, a full day from 9 to 6 with some breaks, of course, but then we try also to give you, for example, a free day, at least one in the week, to give you the time to study or to work on your own projects. And also we try to combine the classes with the time for all the projects and group projects.
Another question is about rankings. Does Naba has a ranking for Europe and different programs you offer, and what are the places she's taking? Naba. Yeah, in what kind of rankings Naba participates?
Okay, so
especially for Europe.
Yes, for art and design academies, the ranking are a bit different because in the standard ranking you are used to know the art academies are not included. So there are different rankings, and we have been selected from important institutions of design as the best academy in Italy and also in Europe. That is Frame, Domus magazine. We have a list again on our website. The main and most known are Frame and Domus magazine that have ranked Naba. And on the website, you can see all the details, or we can also send it to you.
A question, do we have to have digital drawings for fashion program?
No, you don't have to. If you have, you can include it, but I think you're asking for the portfolio. So for the portfolio, you can simply include your drawing about an outfit or a fashion collection or a garment. So you don't have to have it.
Are there any sports facilities on campus? But there is another question before that. If a student is studying visual arts and painting, are they going to have their own studio, let's say atelier, or a specific place to work?
Yes.
But I believe this is in terms of freelance working.
Yes. So if it's related to the space at the campus, we have a lab for visual arts that is like an atelier for the students, where there's the space for you to be there and work on your projects. If you mean for showing and yes, freelancing with your artworks, there's the possibility. Our teacher always involves students in exhibitions or projects together with the art galleries. So the best students have had the occasions to show their projects in exhibitions. So there's this opportunity as well. And for the sport, we organize sport activities. In the campus, we don't have a gym, or we don't have sport facilities. We just have the table for ping pong that students sometimes use. But then if you want to do sport, we have a student life office that organizes sport activities that you can join.
And there are no more questions, but I would be happy to reply any additional questions by email. So I'm putting my email. I'm gonna tell it in Bulgarian, sorry. За всякакви допълнителни въпроси, които имате, ако искате да организирате индивидуална среща, ако искате да обсъдим портфолио или въпроси свързани с програмата, таксите и документите, които са нужни за кандидатстване, ще се радвам да се свържете с мен. Оставям имейла си тук. Както и бих искала да ви поканя на следващото наше събитие, което ще се проведе на 27 и 28 февруари. Това са събота и неделя. Виртуално изложение Study in Italy. И също слагам линк с регистрацията за него. Заедно с Наба отново ще имаме презентация, така че отново може да се включите. Ето тук може да направите своята регистрация. Малко е дълъг линка, за което съжалявам. И да. Vale, there are no more questions. I invited them for our next presentation during the Study in Italy fair.
Exactly.
So I put the link, and thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yes, and in the Study in Italy, I can do you can attend the presentation that is also more general about Naba, about the campus and all these facilities we have that you have been also asking today. So we can meet at the Study in Italy. We can meet, I hope you will join the next event we will do in March, the challenge, the portfolio review. So let's all keep in touch. And thank you all for joining.
I am resending the email. It is my mistake, a technical mistake. I sent it just to one person, which I'm sorry for. So I'm resending to everybody. Okay. Yes, I think so. So I just sent the link and my email address. Още веднъж, утре ще получите имейл с повече информация от мен във връзка с програмите, които Академията предлага, нужните документи и таксите за обучение. Ще изпратя отново линк към нашата Facebook група Naba, където ще можем да работим заедно върху креативната задача и да обсъждаме всякакви важни практични въпроси, които ви интересуват. Така че благодаря ви още веднъж за отделеното време, за приятната среща, за въпросите и за това, че бяхте изключително активни. Ще се радвам да се свържете с нас и да работим заедно. Thank you, Vale. Thank you one more time, for the great presentation, for the interesting challenge you offered.
Thank you all, and hope to see you soon in next events. Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you and good night.
Bye.
Bye.